Since you got here, everything's so mixed up.
Mixed up good or mixed up bad?
Mixed up. Full of life.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you? So nice to see you guys. Thank you so much for talking to us and for doing this.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I just finished watching the 4th episode, and I'm in shock of everything you did on that episode.
That episode's crazy.
Yeah. When you think that the show is gonna go right, it goes left.
Exactly. And left is the best direction.
It is. Okay. So my name is Jovanny. Thank you so much, guys, for sharing this show with us. It's really awesome. I mean, Luca is a genius, and you guys are amazing actors. I can't believe you're so young because you bring so much emotion and talent to the show. I really appreciate you sharing the show with us.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
I think they think we're weird.
Does that bother you?
And Jack, let me start with you. I mean, you have fought alien clowns and supervillains, but for some reason, I think that being a teenager has been the hardest thing that you can do. Why is it so hard to be a teenager?
Oh, what a burden! Because I think it's when coming into yourself finally, and it's the acceptance of coming, the acceptance of having to push away your childhood in a way, and it's sad and it's hard and it's disheartening, but it's a point of enlightenment, and you learn a lot about yourself, more than you'll ever learn about yourself, I think, anytime. And you're informed of the person you'll become, and it's tough to come to terms with that.
This is not what I had in mind for you.
Surprise, I exist outside your mind.
And Jordan, this is your first major role.
Yes.
What was it about Caitlin that you were like, this is the role that I want?
When I first read the character blurb, Caitlin was described as like this super tough, super cool kind of person, and I was really interested in seeing if I could pull that kind of personality off, because that's not me at all. No, I'm kidding. I just really liked the way that she was described, and I liked how they talked about the beautiful relationship that she has with her family and how close she begins to get with Fraser, and I just thought it was a super cool character.
Jack, I guess I have the same question for you, because we know you as such a sweet, energetic, like on Shazam and also on It, and now here you're like quiet, but also you have like so much emotion in you. What was it about Fraser that you wanted to play him?
Exactly that. That it was separate from playing like a loud, funny, comedic, boisterous, little bouncy character. It was like a real person with real emotions who was solemn and internal, and that was the challenge of it. But I always accept a challenge, and I always love a challenge. And it was a good challenge to focus in on the internalities, which I've never really had to do before. Usually it's just like I put on a voice or something and it's like talk really fast. But this was different, and I loved it. And
are you ready for audiences to see you like this in a role so mature?
I'm so excited for that. I think I'm so excited for that, because I learned a lot about, I think, my capabilities while shooting this show. And I'm proud of it, and I want people to see it, yeah.
Why are you following me?
The stuff you wear is inappropriate for what you're planning on doing.
You don't know anything about me.
Speaking of learning, Jordan, what did you learn working with Luca and with Jack? What experiences are you going to take with you to your next projects?
I learned that I can speak my mind sometimes. I can have an opinion about a scene or whatever, and that it is really good to bond with the people that you're working with, because it makes the scene seem so much more authentic. Those are good. Those are 2 things, yeah.
Do you think that being male means knowing how to shoot guns and P standing up?
I love your characters and the bond with your characters, how it becomes stronger with each episode, because you guys are having very important conversations. conversations that when I was a teenager we weren't having. Like the conversations when I was a teenager, it was like, oh, maybe I'm gay, and that was it, and you kept it until maybe you were in college. But your characters are exploring so much. How important is for you to show teenagers that it's okay to have these conversations?
It's so important that you said that, like in relation to the time when you grew up as a teenager, because I think that now, it's obvious it's a different time, but it's a time of ultimate acceptance, no matter what age. And before there was like this barrier that you know, men needed to be masculine and women feminine, where that's just like a what's the word I'm looking for? Like a conservational, a conservist ideal, which isn't like natural or intuitive and raw and again real, but the show explores that and explores the realism of what these kids face, and I think it's now more than any time ever.
You still want to be a soldier?
Maybe.
Does your father know when you say soldier, you mean male soldier?
And especially now with everything that is happening.
I mean, Jordan, you exploring the sexuality and identity of your character, that's so important for so many trans kids going through the same.
And even you, Jack, exploring, like your character is so ambiguous on what he is. Like I'm like on episode 4 and I still don't know. But I think
You gotta keep watching.
It's also beautiful, and like I don't need to know, but if the show wants to tell me, that's fine, right?
Like you said, the show talks about so many different things, and Fraser and Caitlin talk about so many different things that people probably haven't talked about at any point or have feel necessarily comfortable talking about. So I hope that people will watch the show, and parents will be able to have conversations with their kids, friends will be able to talk to friends and feel more comfortable and be more accepting of one another, and just be more accepting in general of people exploring. You don't have to know exactly who you are or what you are in that particular moment, you know. You can explore as long as you need to, and we are who we are.
I don't know, I mean, are you still you?
And finally, do you guys want to invite everybody to watch the show?
Yeah.
Yes!
Absolutely.
Well, maybe not everybody.
Oh, yeah, sure.
People over the age of 13, 12, 13.
With parental
Maybe a little bit older than that. It's rated MA, so a little bit older.
I was rated MA, yeah, maybe a little older. Like 17.
17.
13-year-olds are kind of facing this kind of
But
thing.
the cool thing is that it's going to be on HBO, and you can wait for them.
Yes.
So when they're getting older, they can watch it in a couple of years.
Yes.
So thank you so much. The show is beautiful.
Thank you, Jovanny.
It's amazing. I really appreciate you sharing the show with us.
Thank you.